Welcome. We are your hosts, Chris and Tammy.
In this podcast, we dive into the mindset for networking strategies and skills you'll need to build a solid foundation to build a global business.
We've built a multi-million-dollar business and have mentored thousands of people around the globe in the last 25 years.
The different techniques of maintaining momentum is motivation, obviously, is goals. Okay, to be motivated, you need something in front of you that's going to move you, that's going to move the needle, that's going to get you up in the morning and get you passionate and excited to do this. And when you set goals, you got to know the big picture. What's the big picture of what you want to do? The rank that you want to be at, the income level you want to be at. What's the big thing? Maybe you're aiming to purchase a new house. Maybe you're sick and tired of driving that car that's getting you from A to B, and you want to have a better car. Maybe you want to save money to put your kids in a better school. What is important for you is the most important thing, because if that's going to drive you to get up in the morning and do what it takes to succeed, then that's got to be on your, for me, it's all about vision boards. It's got to be in front of you. That's what's going to get you going, okay? And then celebrate the small wins along the way, because you're not going to reach that big goal right away. And you're probably not going to reach it in 3 to 6 months, because it's big, right? I'm sure that you guys have big goals, and it's big, and you just got to take those little bites. Like they say, how do you eat an elephant? One bite at a time. How do you get to your big goal? One step at a time. But make sure that you celebrate the wins, okay? And don't beat yourself up along the way, because you're learning. You're learning and you're growing, okay? And then find your why. That's what's gonna, as we always say, your why is gonna make you cry. Well, how do you establish that? Well, speak out loud why you want to do this, and then from there, ask yourself why, whatever you said, the reason why you want to do this. And then keep going into those layers of why. How's it going to make you feel? What is the outcome of all of this? And ask yourself questions along the way. You'll get emotion. You will. So when you break down those layers, peeling that onion of the why, because the initial why is never the real why. It's what it's going to do for you and your family, and there is an emotional attachment often that comes from childhood when you break that down. So you got to know why you're doing this, and whys will evolve, right? So there's always evolution. And then stay positive, you guys. It's in today's environment, if the news is affecting you, if people around you are affecting you in a negative way, walk away from it. And accountability. Again, accountability is everything. We're not going to be accountable to ourselves. Let's face it. Most people, you write down your tasks that you're going to do that day. Often, you're not going to do it. You're going to, get away with some things. You're going to have a day where you don't feel like it. We're human beings, right? We need somebody to keep us on track. And your spouse, sorry, but your spouse is not going to keep you on track. So you need somebody who's going to keep you accountable for everything that you say you're going to do. All right. And then overcoming any objections and setbacks. Chris, maybe you can share that with everybody.
Is overcoming obstacles and setbacks. And this is something that today is part of life. Before, maybe things would occur all the time. That's how we evolve. But today, the frequency of setbacks is a lot more intense. And you have to reframe challenges and not look at challenges as the end of all, but adjust to them. And sometimes you have to make little changes here and there to be able to overcome the obstacles, and you need to learn to grow. This is very important. And those of you that are adapting to these things that are kind of changing, I'm telling you, not only you will survive these things, but you will thrive, because it will be a time where, again, things will flow. I'm telling you, it's just a cycle of life. And sometimes we look at this in our time frame and we think that it's, my God, what's happening to the world? Well, things like this has been happening since the beginning of time. It's just that there's different times that occurred every 100 years, every 50 years, every 1,000 years, and things change. And you have to develop resilience. This is very important. That's why education is such an important process. It's like a spa for your brain, for your mind. So developing resilience is important. And I think one of the problems that people go through in business, I'm not talking network marketing, I'm talking in business, is they walk away thinking it's not working too quickly. They don't sit back and start reflecting, okay, how can I overcome this? Or developing the resilience by having strong belief, strong goals, strong why, keeping a positive attitude. And again, I really truly believe that you attract what you think about. We've been talking about this for years. You attract what you focus on. And this is what I mean by, reframe challenges, develop the resilience, and keep and stay in a positive mindset. It is so, so, so important. And the last point in overcoming obstacles and setbacks is seek for support. I got people that will be calling me, that will be reaching out. Tomorrow I have some Zoom with some associates to talk about some strategies. One is later on different countries and so forth. And the thing is, we're going to be talking. There's two different countries, two different people I'm going to be talking about tomorrow. They're reaching out for support. They're reaching out for advice. They're reaching out for mentorship. So seek support from your peers, from the people around you that are facing the same problems you're facing. And it looks like they always seem to be on top of their game. Not all the time. It may seem that way, but we just kind of developed, again, the different frame to deal with the challenge. We develop resilience to deal with the challenges. And trust me, there are some. And we just have to work around it.